Well, from your standpoint tonight, how important is this one to close out the trip with a win?
The biggest one of the whole trip. I think we want to get a 500 road trip here. And we all got to put it together for 60 minutes today, and just no matter what, we got to come up with 2 points.
From what you're seeing out there, what is going to be the key to doing that, turning it around and getting that done tonight?
Obviously, it's just not a long, free offense for the opponent. I think we've been staying in it a solid amount of numbers, or a solid amount of times, but there are always changes where we just give up too many easy things, and we can limit those. I think we're giving ourselves a good chance. And then obviously we just got to come up with some goals.
Marco Celebrini is getting a lot of press, being the #1 overall pick and everything. I know so much you've paid attention to what he's done and seen on film, but what will be the keys to keeping him off the sheet?
You just got to try to keep him to the outside. Just got to make sure he has to earn every single thing tonight, and if we do that most of the time, I think we'll have a good chance of shutting him down.
How beneficial and necessary was the day off for you guys yesterday, just to regroup?
It was big. We needed to get away from it a little bit, just turn the page and just try to, just maybe gain a little bit of momentum now with a little bit of break here.
As you talked about the importance of being opportunistic on the ice for offense and defense, what does that look like for you guys?
When we play hard defense, we'll get our chances right away, and we'll usually translate that into good rushes, into good ozone shifts, and then those are probably the things we gotta hammer tonight and be really dialed in.
Yeah, watched him a little bit. Watched him maybe even more last year when he was in college, but he's obviously a guy that can push the pace of play. Very good offensively, very creative, but it seems like it doesn't really take away from his 200-foot game. So, I could see him being a top center in the league for a long time.
A lot's changed since you went 1-1 back in the early aughts. How much is different? How much pressure is on a guy in that situation, especially today with all the social media and attention, the way that it's focused on guys?
Absolutely. It's 100% difference from what I went through, Going into my draft, obviously you deal with all the stuff that comes with your draft year, but there isn't that hype on social media as much as there is now. So, for me, I was playing in London where there was a lot of attention on hockey, which was pretty fun and exciting. But even when I got to Chicago, we were rebuilding. We, trying to build up the fan base. So it's not like I was recognized everywhere I went, they probably got a similar situation here where they're trying to build up their team. They have a lot of good young pieces, some high draft picks that look like they're going to be pretty good players. So, he looks like he's going to be a special player.
As a guy that he looks up to, what kind of advice would you have for a guy going through what he's going through, the attention, the expectations?
Yeah. No, I think everyone kind of has their own personality, their own way to go about things. For me, I was kind of lucky to come in with a guy like Taser and some other young guys that were trying to build up their game too, so we could kind of feed off each other. It looks like they have a similar situation here with some young guys too, with Eklund and Will Smith and himself. So I'm sure they're probably bouncing ideas off each other, what they're going through every day. I think that's important too, just to kind of feed off each other and understand what each other's going through in the season. If you can pick up things here or there from the veterans, that's always a good thing too.
Focusing on your team, coming off a day off right now, how much did that help reset things, and how much do you need to leave this trip with a W here tonight?
Yeah, I thought we had some good energy this morning. I know that doesn't always mean anything, but I think it's a good start for the day, and a lot of excitement to be back on the ice and ready to go tonight. I know we have a chance to make it a 2-2 road trip and have some home games coming up too in the rest of November and December that you want to take advantage of. So this would be a good feeling going back home.
A lot of frustration after the last couple of games. You could see it when you guys came off the ice the other day. As one of the leaders in here, was there any advice you'd have passed along, or what do you think the mood is right now?
Yeah, I just think you always go through ups and downs in the season, and there's going to be a time where we're going to play well as a team, and we're going to find a way to put a streak together and win a few in a row, or hopefully even more than that. So, when you're going through some tough times, you want to get yourself out of it as quick as possible and turn the momentum around.
Kaner, just a quick one for me. I asked this question to Simon. You guys are almost a month into the season. Where do you kind of assess where this group's at and what steps need to be taken forward here?
No, I think it's just been okay. And, I'm definitely at the forefront of that. I feel like I can be a lot better for the team. So try to get myself going, focus on what you can control yourself. And then, hopefully that helps the team in the win and loss column. But, I think when things are struggling, you always want to look in the mirror, look at yourself, what you can do better.
Thanks, Kaner.
What's the latest with Simon?
Simon's good to go tonight, so we'll warm up another D just in case. But he, from morning skate, looks pretty positive to be able to play.
So with Lagesson getting called up, he won't be in there tonight?
No, Lagesson was in case he couldn't play tonight, but he's going to be able to play.
What other lineup changes?
We're going to get Rass back in, and that's probably Rass for Mott is the plan for tonight.
How beneficial was that day off yesterday? Copper talked about the benefit of just kind of taking a day off the ice mentally and kind of regrouping.
Yeah, we knew this would be a little bit of a grind of a trip. So obviously, yesterday was important. Probably both mentally and physically. But we need to go tonight. I mean, this is an opportunity. I don't know if salvage the road trip is the right word, but we get out of this road trip 2-2. We take that as a positive, especially winning on the back end and leading into a few games at home.
What are you seeing defensively from this group on this road trip? Are you kind of areas to improve and maybe some positive?
Yeah, unfortunately, defense has been pretty good for the most part throughout the year. We've been good at not giving up easy offense. And unfortunately, in the last game, 2 2-on-1s and breakaway were the 3 goals we gave up, and a couple rush goals against the night before in Anaheim too. So the one positive us defensively is we haven't been giving up easy offense in the rush, and we got to get back to that tonight.
The Sharks also coming off a 4-game road trip themselves. What have you seen from them early on the season?
High compete. I think they're 5-3-2 of late in their last 10, which is obviously very good in this league. They'll get you on the forecheck. They got some guys, high-end guys, with the young, no-fear high-end guys that are very tough to play against. But again, I think it's about us. We can get to our game a little more sustained time than we had in spurts from the other night. We have a chance to be successful tonight.
And Macklin celebrating #1 overall pick. Everybody's talking about him. What is he showing you on film?
Elite talent, special talent. A couple eye pops with him with the puck in the play, and the Smith kid, very impressive with the puck too. So they'll have to be checked to be successful.
Jake Wallman had a good start here. What have you seen from him?
Yeah, good. He was good again the last game out. Obviously, we know Jake very well. He can skate, an elite talent. Physical tools, great player. Same thing. We want to be able to check him, take away time and space of anyone we play.
You talked about the importance of this finishing strong on the trip right now, but just for the psyche overall of the team, how much do you guys need the W?
Yeah, I think the psyche of it, again, it's obviously a 2-2 road trip is something we'll take anytime in this league, and we need to go get it tonight. Obviously, a 2-2 road trip, you go home with 2 days in between. Being at home, it's a lot different feel than being 1-3, so very important game.